All right, let's pull back the curtain on the hidden science that makes our entire digital world go round. We're talking about the invisible blueprint behind every single app and website you love, the software testing strategy.
Oh, you know the feeling, right? We've all been there. You're deep in the zone about to do something important, you tap a button, and poof, the app just vanishes. Or maybe it freezes. It's so frustrating, and it feels completely random. But you know what? It's usually not.
And preventing that crash, that's exactly what we're diving into. There is a whole science, a professional, systematic effort to hunt down and fix those annoying bugs long before a piece of software ever gets to you. This isn't just about random clicking. It's a real discipline.
So first up, why does software even break? Let's get into the mission control of finding and fixing these flaws before they become your problem.
You know, solid testing isn't just a cost on a spreadsheet. It's a massive investment. And the payoff is huge. You get better quality and reliability, which means, of course, a way better user experience for everyone. It's all about catching those defects early when they're tiny and cheap to fix. Seriously, a bug that costs, say, $1 to fix during development can literally cost $100 or more to fix after it's been released. At the end of the day, good testing just boosts everyone's confidence that the software does what it's supposed to do.
Okay, so how do teams even begin to organize such a massive effort? Well, like any good construction project, they start with a blueprint. And in the world of software, that blueprint is called the test strategy document. It is the single source of truth for the entire quality mission.
This document is the absolute master plan. And it's not just for the testers, you know. It's for the developers, the managers, everyone on the team. It's built directly from the business goals, and it lays out the whole game plan, what we're testing, how we're going to test it, and what success actually looks like for every single activity.
This blueprint usually has 4 key parts: the scope of the project, the testing methodology, the technical environment specifications, and the tools the team is going to use. And hey, there's a pretty easy way to remember it: SMET. Just think, some methods, environment, tools. That's the heart of the plan, right there.
All right, next up, let's see how this blueprint actually guides a full-blown process. It's called the Software Testing Lifecycle, or STLC for short. The best way to think about it is like a 5-phase mission to guarantee a quality product.
So here are those 5 phases, one by one. It all kicks off with analyzing the requirements. Then you move into planning. After that, it's time to develop the specific test cases. Next, the team gets the test environment all set up. And finally, the moment of truth. They execute the tests. Want a little trick to remember the order? Just think RPCEE. Really plan, carefully, every execution.
Now, carrying out that 5-phase mission isn't just about going through the motions. It requires a set of guiding principles and a whole toolbox of different techniques. This is where the strategy really starts to get clever. One of the most fundamental, rock-solid principles in all of software testing is this: you simply cannot test everything. It's impossible. Trying to check every single possible input, every scenario, it would take forever. And that's precisely why testing has to be strategic. It has to focus on the most important and the most high-risk parts of the software.
The 2 main ways to test are called static and dynamic testing. Think of static testing like proofreading a document before you send it to the printer. You're just reviewing the code or the plans, looking for errors without actually running anything. A peer code review is a perfect example. Dynamic testing, on the other hand, is when you hit go. You're actually running the software and watching what it does, like testing a login button to make sure it logs you in.
Of course, even when you have a great plan, things can definitely go wrong. So for our final section, let's look at some of the most common pitfalls that can totally derail a testing effort.
And here it is, the big one. Mistake number 1, just skipping the plan altogether. Diving headfirst into testing without that test strategy document we talked about is, well, it's a recipe for chaos. It leads to disorganized work, wasted time, and worst of all, missed bugs. That blueprint is there for a very good reason. This next mistake happens when a team doesn't test enough of the really important features. It's kind of like checking the lock on the front door of a building, but leaving all the back windows wide open. You can have some pretty major flaws just slip right through if your test coverage isn't thorough enough.
And finally, a really common trap. Sometimes a team gets so focused on what the software does, its functions, that they completely forget about things like performance, security, or how easy it is to use. The software might work, but if it's super slow or easy to hack or just confusing, well, people are going to hate it. Those non-functional things are just as important.
So the next time you use an app that just works perfectly, no glitches, no crashes, it's just smooth, take a second. Think about all the invisible work that made that experience possible. That flawless feeling wasn't an accident. It was the result of a deliberate, well-executed blueprint, a strategy that was designed to build quality in from the very, very beginning.